talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome to a new live episode of our program, Viewers Pulse. Thank you so much for being with us here this evening. As always, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us and to make the time that we spend here together in our scale of good deeds and to bless all of our efforts, inshaAllah. This is the hour, my dear brothers and sisters, where we are live and we are welcoming all your phone calls from anywhere around the world. Any suggestions, any comments, any constructive criticism that you have for us, please do give us a call and tell us your thoughts. We are here with you to hear from you, inshaAllah, and to listen to your suggestions and your concerns and your fresh ideas, inshaAllah. My dear brothers and sisters, let me begin by reminding you with our phone numbers. They should be appearing on your screen momentarily, inshaAllah. They begin with 002, and then you'll see two numbers there on the screen, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, we want you to give us a call right now and tell us what kind of ideas or thoughts you have on your mind. Also, if you have any ideas for us this coming Hajj season, which is coming up very soon, inshaAllah, we want you to give us a call and share your thoughts with us and tell us what's on your minds, inshaAllah. Alright, pulse@huda.tv is our email. Feel free to email us at any time today or throughout the week, inshaAllah. We check those emails as frequently as we can, and we forward your requests to the appropriate department so that they can help you. If you have a question relating to our programming, we submit it to our programming department. Maybe you have a question relating to our scheduling. Maybe you also have a question or a concern about our live streaming. For example, we send it to our technical support team. Maybe you have a question about a donation that you made. Inshallah, we'll try to do our best to have an answer for you. One sister actually had sent me a message last week asking me for some information regarding her donation. Alhamdulillah, today I was able to find out some information for her, and inshallah I'll be sending her a message on Facebook as a reply. Inshallah, she sent me a message on my public page, and then inshallah I'm going to respond to her bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So my dear brothers and sisters, feel free to stay in touch with us at any time, inshaAllah. Facebook.com/HudaTV is our one and only official Facebook page. It is also Huda.tv. Both of those will lead you to the one and only official Facebook page of Huda TV. I hope that inshaAllah soon we receive the verification check mark that you see there on some of the official pages of other organizations and celebrities, because Huda TV is well known around the world, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, and we have more than 200,000 people on our Facebook page. We're hoping that that number multiplies and becomes 2 million soon, inshaAllah. And bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, with your help and the help, of course, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before anyone else, we will reach that goal to benefit as many Muslims and non-Muslims around the world. So if you are on our Facebook page already, if you've liked it already, feel free to invite your friends. If you haven't, then invite yourself first and also your friends, inshaAllah, and like our page, Facebook.com/HudaTV, or just search for it on your search bar, inshaAllah, should be Huda TV, inshaAllah. Alright, Twitter.com/HudaTV channel is the exact same thing as our Facebook page. Everything that gets posted on Facebook gets posted automatically on our Twitter account as well, so do follow us there if you are one of the users of Twitter, inshaAllah. YouTube.com/HudaTV is our YouTube page and our YouTube channel. We want you to join us there and subscribe to it as well. You can do multiple things on there. Most importantly, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, you can watch us through live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, as long as you have good internet, and now we have good internet, alhamdulillah, on our end, so the live streaming is working very well. Feel free to watch us at any time, or to tell your friends or relatives or family members who may not receive Huda TV on their dish because they're not in a country that receives the signal. Feel free, inshallah, to let them know so that they are able to watch Huda TV as well from anywhere around the world, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Also on our YouTube channel, my dear brothers and sisters, you can watch our latest episodes, especially our live programs that air here on Huda TV every night. You will see a link to those, or you'll see the actual videos on there, the full episodes. Maybe if you've missed one of the episodes because you were out or you had something or you just totally forgot about it, you will be able to find them on there, inshallah. This is not an invitation to slack off and not watch the program when it's live, but it is, an invitation that if you forgot or if you had another commitment or if you missed it for one reason or another, to watch it on our YouTube page, inshallah. Also, my dear brothers and sisters, if you've missed a favorite program of yours this past Ramadan or the Ramadan before that, or even we'll see programs on there that have been on for the past 9 years. You'll see some programs on there that have aired on Huda TV for the past 9 years or so. You'll see full-length episodes of series. These episodes, my dear brothers and sisters, are part of the many series that were done here on Huda TV, whether they aired in Ramadan or throughout the year. So you won't just be seeing one episode of each program. You'll actually be seeing the entire series, whether it was 13 episodes, 26 episodes, 30 episodes, 29 episodes, no matter what the number is, you'll be able to see it on there, inshallah. And the last way you can stay in touch with us is through Skype, and that is Huda_TV. Huda_TV, inshallah. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, we have a whole lot happening here this evening. One piece of news, inshallah, very quickly about our program Huda Tonight. Huda Tonight, inshallah, has a new airing time. It will air for 2 hours live, 5 nights a week, Sunday through Thursday. That's 2 hours live instead of an hour and a half from Sunday through Thursday. Mecca time, it will begin, inshallah, at 10 p.m., and it will end, inshallah, at 12 a.m., which is midnight, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, Sunday through Thursday. And that is beginning tonight, inshallah. We had a little bit of a switch in timing because we wanted to increase the time of the program. But today, I'm bringing you the news that it was decided. I heard this from my direct manager, that it was decided that the program, Huda Tonight, will begin airing at 10 p.m. with the news segment first. And then, inshallah, at 10:30 we will begin our second and main segment. And then our third light segment will begin around 11:30, inshallah. And the program will end around midnight, bi'idhnillah. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, we have a whole lot for you. Speaking of Huda Tonight, that's actually our very first clip here this evening in this episode from our special Thursday Health and Strength segment. They are talking about how can a person deal with burns and shocks. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Burns is an inflammation process in your skin body due to a burn. Yeah. Maybe it's thermal, maybe it's chemical, it's a lot of types. Maybe electrical shock and something like that. If you want to know how to deal with that, you have to know. You want to know how many types of it. We have 4 types of burn. Yeah. According to the thickness of the skin that be affected. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first type is the simplest one, and it's just redness in the skin, and maybe it's painful. So you have to deal with that with some irrigation of warm water and give the patient some analgesia and anti-inflammatory. Yes. You have to cover that with sterile dressing and seek medical advice. The second degree burn, it's sometimes deep in the skin and make it some difficult to the patient and more painful.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm sorry, with the types of burns though, are there types of burns?
Yeah.
4 types of burns?
Yeah, 4 types.
4.
The first one is the simplest one. And the second one, more painful, but it can pass. Yeah. But you can differentiate between the first one and the second one by the blisters. So it's more important for you to don't squeeze these blisters or decrease it by pushing it.
Peeling it off.
Yeah, yeah. So you can make a sterile dressing and seek medical advice.
Okay.
Well, the third degree burn and fourth degree burn, it's need need more medical intervention and need more medical treatments.
Yes.
And so you have to go immediately to the hospital.
Yes. Immediately. So that would take me to then, do all burns require the attention of the doctor?
Because the third-degree burn takes the whole thickness of the skin, and the muscles and bones may be exposed.
Oh, okay. Then how to deal with the pain?
You can use simple analgesia in the home, at the home, by using paracetamol. It's safe for children or adults.
Yes.
Children, you can use 15 milligram per kg, and adults you can use 1 gram per os.
Okay. Does it leave a scar, doctor?
Yeah. If you don't deal with that very good, it will leave a scar.
So it needs to be treated
properly. So it is important. Don't discharge the serous fluid under the blisters. So it will make a very big scar.
Okay. Well, all right. Now let's move to the second point, which is bruises. When we talk about bruises, this happens everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Now let me first ask. You know, a very simple injury, for example, that usually happens. What sort of bruises would you see in an ER, emergency rooms?
It depends upon the type of the injury itself.
Yes.
Minor injuries make a little area of bruises, which is reddish and bluish discoloration in the skin. Sometimes maybe it's painful and need analgesia. If it is very painful, you have to go to the hospital. Maybe there is a fracture in the bone or something dangerous under it. So if you want to decrease the pain, you can use ice packs. You can use ice and dress it with sterile clothes or something like that, and compress it directly to the site of the bruises. And then it's for about 15 minutes, 3 times or 4 times a day, and give the patient analgesia to decrease the pain.
Right. And doctor, how does one know if this is a dangerous bruise or not?
Yeah, if there is a large swelling, or if there is a painful, very painful area, you have to seek a medical advice in the hospital, in the emergency department.
Okay. Then how long does it usually take for a bruise to disappear?
It depends upon the injury itself, but it takes about 10 days.
10 days on average?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know if this would be the right question, but does a bruise leave a scar?
No, it doesn't leave a scar.
It doesn't usually leave scars?
Yeah, it doesn't usually leave scars.
Okay. Now, in general, we spoke about how to deal with bruise. Is there any additional information you would like to...
You have to treat the cause itself.
Are there types of bruises?
No. It depends on the severity of the injury itself, and you have to deal with that in the children especially, because it may cause infection in the site of the bruise itself, because there is a blood hemocollection in the site of bruise.
Okay.
So you have to give the child especially an antibiotic.
Okay. I see. All right. Well, that is regarding bruises. I mean, this is quite interesting. Another topic that would scare a lot of people: choking.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Now, sitting on a table, having dinner with the family, and all of a sudden, someone chokes.
Yeah. You told me that it's sudden.
Yes.
It's sudden. Yeah. When you feel that this patient have a universal sign, which is like that.
How can you deal? Yeah, then how can we deal with this? I mean, it's sudden, so this in itself just scares you.
You know that there is a foreign body in your airway, and this is block the airway. There is no oxygen to the lungs, so to the brain, and this will lead to death.
Yes.
So you have to deal with that immediately.
Okay.
First, if the patient is conscious and coughing, encourage him to cough.
All right, so that is how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to encourage him to cough.
Yes.
If still this cough is going, that's okay. Encourage him, and maybe he will spill it.
Yes. We also have a picture, I think, right now. Yes, on the screen.
Yeah.
If you're seeing this.
If the patient coughing is not effective, you have to help him. How to help him? According to American Heart Association and European Resuscitation Council, you have to use the back blows.
Okay, like the one we're seeing on the screen right now.
No, this is the abdominal thrust.
Oh,
you have to use the back blows.
Okay, the back hitting the back.
Yeah, between the shoulders. You have, with the heel of your hand.
Yes.
You have to to hit him effectively and very, very fast and very, very hard.
Yeah.
So that this can make a pressure to spill this foreign body.
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for continuing to be with us. That was a clip from our program Huda Tonight, an episode that aired as part of Health and Strength, a segment that airs every Thursday night. That was this past Thursday's episode. My dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, we have a whole lot coming up for you. We want you to participate with us as well, inshallah. So please do give us a call. Tell us your thoughts and your comments. If you have any ideas for us for Hajj or any ideas in general, inshallah, do give us a call at any time, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, and we would love to hear from you, inshallah. We still have a whole lot coming up here on Viewers Pulse. We still have 2 more segments, inshallah, shortly after this break.
Imagine that the Anbiya, they were the ones that were the most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they had the hardest times.
He assumed that he had some kind of superiority and he was a better, more chosen, a better person because he had this wealth. And then you look at all the other people who had wealth, and some of them were the worst people. You had Fir'aun and Harun.
Reviving your niyyah time and again, that you're doing insincerely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Most of the youth, they think, oh, I'm going to pray when I'm old, it's okay, now I'll have fun in my life. Later on I'll work, I'll grow my beard, I'll pray 5 times a day. And all these things, they think that's later on in their life, and they don't know when they will die.
Amira, who's your role model?
Khadija radiallahu anha.
And why?
Because she was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's wife, and she was the first lady to believe in Islam.
Let's start from where they started. Who are they? The companions of the Prophet ﷺ. When they started learning the religion of Islam, they started with the Aqidah, the belief system, faith. Brothers and sisters in Islam, dear viewers, the Prophet ﷺ spent 13 years in Mecca teaching that generation the belief system, the Aqidah. Aisha radiallahu anha confirms this by saying, the first things which were revealed from the Quran was matters of Aqidah. Who is Allah? Jannah, paradise and hell. Jundub ibn Abdullah al-Bajali, may Allah be pleased with him, said, we learned the belief system, we learned the Iman, we learned the Aqidah, then we learn the Quran. Brothers and sisters in Islam, nowadays, a lot of our cultural practices, a lot of our societal norms are against our belief system. And the reason why we're falling into this, because we did not start from where they started. Join me, Kareem Abu Zaid, twice a week on Huda TV screen with the new edition, Aqidah Matters. See
Glad to have you back with us, my dear brothers and sisters, and assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the program. Viewers Pulse is continuing. This is the second segment, and it's now the time for you to give us a call and share your thoughts with us. If you have any ideas, any thoughts, anything that you'd like to share with us, please do give us a call and tell us what's on your minds, inshallah. We have a whole lot still coming up for you here, my dear brothers and sisters. Coming up in just a moment, we have a clip, a recap of our program, Gardens of the Pious. Gardens of the Pious, my dear brothers and sisters, is a program that airs every Monday and Wednesday, and it's presented by Dr. Muhammad Salah. The program airs currently from 9 to 10, my dear brothers and sisters, every Monday and Wednesday, Mecca time, inshallah. So, my dear brothers and sisters, in this special clip, Dr. Muhammad Salah is talking about the banner of Islam. And this is a very, very important program, my dear brothers and sisters, that I want you to really pay attention to, because it's talking about some of the most famous ahadith of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahih ahadith that were collected by many scholars and put together in this amazing book by Qad Riyad al-Salihin, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So we want you, my dear brothers and sisters, to try your best to participate with us in this program, Gardens of the Pious, and also to look out for this clip that's coming up in just a moment, inshallah. Meanwhile, my dear brothers and sisters, we want you to give us a call, share your thoughts with us, inshallah. Until we take some of your calls, let's go ahead and take a look at that recap from Gardens of the Pious.
And this bishara, the Prophet ﷺ said, it will take place on the hands of somebody who loves Allah and His Messenger. And all the companions did love Allah and His Messenger, the true companions. But the third bishara is, وَيُحِبُّهُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ. And that is indeed the greatest glad tiding, that and Allah and His Messenger do love Him. And as you know, brothers and sisters, you cannot obtain the love of Allah and His Messenger unless if you truly love Allah and His Messenger and fulfill the requirement of this love. Comply strictly with the guidance of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this man was like an elite. You know, he loved Allah and His Messenger. Allah and His Messenger loved him too. And tomorrow he would lead this ummah to victory. And that will be the end of the Yahud in Medina. That's it. The last battle with them. So all the companions were looking forward to be called upon, including Umar ibn Khattab, who narrated in one hadith that he was stepping on toe. And Umar was already told. Why? Like, you know, projecting himself so that the Prophet ﷺ could lay his eyes on him and say, come, ya Umar. But Umar tried. Abu Bakr tried before. But still, not because they wanted to be leaders or commanders of chiefs. No, they were not looking for any of that. And Nabi ﷺ taught them, if you're appointed to be a commander of chief of the army, fine. Otherwise, if you're commanded or ordered to be in the rear of the army, it doesn't matter. You're serving your deen in any post, in any position. They were not looking forward for the leadership. They were not dying for it. But that is the only time that he was eager for the leadership and the imara. Why? Because it was linked to the three virtues, the three privileges: victory, that he loves Allah and His Messenger, Allah wa Rasuluhu love him as well. He's a winner. Then when the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam met with his companions, they said each one was anxiously waiting for his name to be called upon. He looked around, he screened all his companions, and he realized that the one whom he meant with this bishara was not present. Ya ikhwani, it was not the Prophet's choice, it was Allah. It's a revelation. O Muhammad, you need to choose Ali ibn Abi Talib for this mission. And he has been informed by Allah that Allah will give him victory, and Allah will defeat Khaybar, and Allah and His Messenger love Ali radiyallahu. He asked about him. They said he's having an eye problem. His eyes were sore. Biha ramad. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, call him to me. Ali ibn Abi Talib rushed. So he had an excuse not to attend the meeting because he couldn't open his eyes, they were sore. But when the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam named him, he came. He realized that really his eyes were sick. So, basaqa, he spat from his blessed saliva, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in his eyes, and they were instantly cured, and they were recovered as if he had no ailment in his eyes at all. And this is a tangible miracle that was given to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In one of the battles, one of his companions was hit by an arrow in his eye. Then he came to the Prophet ﷺ carrying his eyeball in his palm. Somebody would say, oh, don't tell me that, and the Nabi ﷺ returned it back and it felt better. Not only that, and Nabi ﷺ returned it back and he spat in it, and it was healthier and sharper than the other one, which was intact. There was a person by the name of Musaylim al-Kazzab who claimed the prophethood falsely. His companions narrated to him, you know what Muhammad did, and his companion, his eye was out of his face, and this happened. He said, okay, so once one of his companions had a similar situation, one of his followers, and his eyeball was out, so he spat in it, and both his eyes turned blind. A miracle is an extraordinary act that Allah the Almighty makes it happen on a hand of a prophet to confirm his message, and that indeed Allah have sent him unto you. That was one of the tangible miracles that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. That was a clip from our program Gardens of the Pious. A beautiful reminder there by Dr. Muhammad Salah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless him. He's currently traveling to Malaysia, as you've probably seen from his Facebook page if you're one of his followers there. Inshallah, if you've liked his page, so inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, you'll find a lot of great reminders on his page, and it is Dr. Dr. Muhammad Salah Official. So I would advise all of you to join it, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters. Now, we still have a whole lot coming up for you here on the program. Many programs that we want to recap, episodes of these programs that aired throughout this past week right here on Huda TV. But until we, inshallah, are ready with a couple more, I want to let you know, my dear brothers and sisters, that your suggestions are always welcome. We're here at Huda TV. All of us are one family. It's not that we're the ones, giving the information, you're the one who's just receiving it. No. Da'wah, my dear brothers and sisters, is a two-way street. We give and we take at the same time. So feel free at any time to give us a call, share your thoughts with us, tell us what's on your mind, inshallah. All right, coming up, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, right now is a clip from our program, Aqeedah Matters. This is our program that airs with Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. And in this specific episode, he's talking about the meaning of a word called al-ijma'. Let's go ahead and tune in and see what it means.
Ijma' linguistically means to resolve, to agree, to group to do something. You know, when the brothers of Yusuf in Surah Yusuf wanted to kill him to begin with, one of them said, no, لا تقتلوه, don't kill him. Rather, throw him into a whale in the way of people while they are traveling. So maybe they will find him and they will pick him up and they will take him to a distant place, a distant land, and end of story. But don't kill him. So they went and they tried to take Yusuf away the following day in order to execute their plan. Look what the Quran says. فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ وَأَجْمَعُوا أَن يَجْعَلُوهُ فِي غَيَابَةِ الْجُبِّ. When they went away with him, look, فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ وَأَجْمَعُوا. Does it ring the bell? إِجْمَاع, أَجْمَعُوا. And they had a consensus that all of them agreed. Consensus or ijma' by definition, that it's unanimous agreement on an issue. That you cannot have one single opinion against that consensus. That is what is meant by ijma'. That you agree upon an issue as a group, as a whole. Now, there is a technical definition for ijma', for the consensus. What is the technical definition for ijma'? It means the agreement, look at this now, of the mujtahids, of the learned, qualified scholars of the ummah. That is the word there, of the mujtahids. It's an Arabic word actually that I wrote it in English, but it means what? The learned scholars who are qualified to derive evidence, to derive rulings from evidence. Those who are experts in the area of the Islamic legal theory, usul al-fiqh. So the agreement of the mujtahids of the ummah after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam on a sharia matter. Okay, let's explain that definition. So this is the technical definition again. Should we repeat this again? Like I said, I would like out of that show some students of knowledge in the field of the aqidah are developed. I'm a student like you, and I study all this stuff before I come and I sit in front of the camera. Why don't we all learn? Because we need people who are experts in that field. We need to take the ummah back to the foundation, to the premise upon which our revival, our comeback can occur, can happen, can be achieved. Without this, we will be walking in the wilderness looking for a way out, like the children of Israel who kept doing this for 40 years. Misguidance. We have to go back to this. We have to go back to the sources. We have to go back to the foundations. So let's explain the definition. Let's say it one more time and explain it word by word. In technical terms, ijma' consensus means the agreement of the learned scholars of the ummah, after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a sharia matter. Again, one more time. The agreement of the learned scholars of the ummah, of this ummah, after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a sharia matter. By saying the agreement, let's explain the definition now. When we say the agreement, we exclude differences of opinion. Like I said again, the word ijma' by definition means that you cannot have one single opinion against what they agreed upon. If there is a difference of opinion, even from one person, again, what we mean by one person, a learned person, we cannot say that there is ijma'. So ijma' has to be what? The total, like the brothers of Yusuf. At first, they wanted to get rid of Yusuf, correct? They suggested, some of them suggested, اقتلوا Yusuf, kill Yusuf. Then one of them said, no, that's an opinion here. Then one of them said, no, do not kill Yusuf, rather throw him in a well somewhere where people who are traveling on the road, they may need water, they would stop by and they would discover that little boy in the well. Good, free commodity, a slave. Slavery was, was a commodity at the time. He can be sold in the market as a slave, make money, take him somewhere else. Look, all of them had a consensus over that opinion. If one of them objected that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have used the word or the verb فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ وَأَجْمَعُوا, and they had a consensus. So the agreement means 100%. 100% agreement. No single opinion against the matter agreed upon.
Beautiful program there, Aqidah Matters, mashallah, with Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him for all the great knowledge that he shares with us and the way he simplifies things. These concepts that he's talking about are very academic in nature. To have someone talk about them with such passion is absolutely amazing, because that connects us to these deep and big concepts that we may not know too much about in a very fun and exciting way. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. My dear brothers and sisters, we are still awaiting your calls, so do give us a call at any time, inshallah. Share your thoughts with us. Tell us what's on your mind. If you have any suggestions for us, any comments, whether they're positive or whether you have constructive criticism, everything is open and welcome right here on Huda TV, inshallah. We're all one family. We're here at the end of the day to better this process, this channel that, inshallah, is a venue for serving the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, we still have more reports for you coming up that we're recapping from our programs. In the next segment, inshallah, we will be recapping programs as well, inshallah. We have 2 more programs. One of them is Ask Huda, the other is A Time to Please Allah, and that will be shortly after this break, inshallah.
Why does Islam say, what is the purpose of our lives? When you go to the grave, the believer will be asked 3 questions. How many, destruction of marriages, of society, of family ties have come because of statements made on someone's tongue, by what someone has said. What Sharia really is, think about it. But we want you to think about it. Think about life. Think about your purpose in life. Think about the creator of this earth we live in. Think about how you should worship this creator and who this creator is. That's our aim behind this show here on Huda TV. Let's focus on what Islam itself says as a legal Islamic religious system.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters, to the final segment here this evening of Viewers Pulse. We are still with you here live, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and we welcome your calls in this last segment. Feel free to give us a call if you have any thoughts or ideas for us, any constructive criticism. Tell us what's on your mind, whatever it may be, inshallah, we're here welcoming it, inshallah. You should see the numbers on your screen right now, inshallah. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, as I was saying before the break, we still have 2 more programs that we want to recap here tonight. The first is a clip from our program Ask Huda with Dr. Muhammad Salah, inshallah. And inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, I want you, if you haven't already tuned in to Ask Huda before, you really need to tune into it, because by far it is the most popular program here on Huda TV, and is definitely one of the greatest programs in terms of knowledge and a whole lot more. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, in this episode, Dr. Salah is talking about the meaning of the word wasiyah. Let's go ahead and tune in.
So Al-Wasiyya, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, may Allah be pleased with him, when he wanted to give some share to non-heirs. He wanted to donate his wealth entirely. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, don't. He said 2/3. He said, don't. 1/2, he said, don't. He said, he reduced it to 1/3. He said, الثلث والثلث كثير. This is as far as the part of the wasiyah when you are planning to give some of your wealth after death to somebody who is not one of the heirs. That is permissible, but it should not exceed 1/3. Whether you devote it towards waqf, endowment, or building a masjid or a school, or give it to poor people or an orphanage, it doesn't matter, even for one person. As far as the wasiyah with regards to the rest of your wealth and how to be distributed, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said in general that ما حق امرئ مسلم يبيت ليلتين له شيء يوصي فيه إلا وصيته مكتوبة عنده تحت رأسه, which confirms what I mentioned in the beginning, that it is highly recommended to have your wasiyah with you all the time, not only before going for Hajj, but throughout the time. Because what difference would it make if the person dies today or dies during Hajj? Or the possibility of dying now while sitting on the seat presenting a program, or while you're airborne. Whenever it comes, it comes. So the wasiyah should be ready throughout the time. So it's highly recommended that you should prepare your wasiyah from now and not to wait until Hajj. Also, the wasiyah includes the rights of your debtors. If you borrowed money from somebody, or valuables or whatever, or people deposited some valuables with you, that should be included in the wasiyah, not to cause a confusion to everybody after your death. Similarly, if you have lent money to somebody, that should be included in your wasiyah. Imagine some people do have partnership and investment here and there. Their family members are the last to know. They conceal everything. And when they die, they don't know anything about their properties, their wealth, and their investment.
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the final segment, and coming up very soon we will be seeing the final and the last clip of the evening from our program, A Time to Please Allah. This is really one of the fantastic programs that airs here live on Huda TV, and it's different because it doesn't air from our main Cairo studios. It actually airs from our Dubai studios, and that gives it a special flavor because you get to experience the life of Muslims who are living there. You can call them expats, maybe because they're not originally from the UAE. They're English-speaking Muslims coming from different parts of the world. But definitely they have a great community there and a great Muslim community. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and make things easy for them, inshallah. In this clip, inshallah, they're talking about the importance of parents in Islam. And of course, as you know, this is a program that's presented by both Brother Gabriel Al-Rumani and our dear brother Ismail Bullock. MashaAllah, both of them, they do a great job all the time, inshallah. So whenever we have that clip ready, inshallah, in just a moment, we will be showing it for you. And inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, we want you to participate with us. We still have a few more minutes here in the program. If you're able to dial and give us a call, feel free to do so, inshallah. Until then, let's go ahead and take a look at this clip.
Subhanallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan ila yawm ad-din amma ba'd. Akhi, why do we feel that way towards our mother? It's just the fact that she's so lenient. Right. She's so loving. She's so forgiving. Why? Because you already build that in yourself. If I argue with her today, in the morning, within 1 hour and two, it's gone. That rigor between you and your mom are not there. That's tabi'at al-insan. This is the nature of human beings. So we've taken that for granted, haven't we? Because we've woken up in the morning, and guess what? She woke us up in the morning to go to work, to go for Salat al-Fajr. Something happened, breakfast time, and maybe some kind of discussion or dispute between you and your mom. You come back from work, your food is ready.
Yeah.
There will never be any kind of enmity between you and your mom.
That's the thing, like, sometimes when you have some problems with your wife or something like that, you'll come, there's no food for a long time, right?
But
your mother will never do that.
Respect to all the wives, yeah?
Yeah, with all respect, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
They will never be able to be compared to your mother.
Yes, subhanAllah.
And never ever let them...
We love our wives and everything, but yeah.
I'm saying all respect to them. Because your mother is the door of Jannah.
Yes, subhanAllah.
Allah didn't say that about the dad. Allah didn't say that about the kids and about the wife.
Yeah.
You could think about this.
SubhanAllah.
Al-Jannah, Jannah. Never ever let me hate my Jannah. To the contrary, I married you in order for you to increase the love of my Jannah.
SubhanAllah.
Today I'm here. I've grown up. Good akhlaq. Good behavior. You loved me. Beautiful life. Who was the assess of it?
Yes.
Who built the base? It was my mother.
And it's specifically that what you said right now, that issue of love and care. Of course, the father's there, the father figure's there, but almost like a third of what the mother gives. Yeah?
Subhanallah.
And the father is, you feel protected by him in terms of even physical and so on. You feel that strength, you know what I mean? But the mother, you feel protection from her, but it's like a different kind. It's like that soft wing that covers
exactly.
you. Exactly.
Subhanallah.
While the father is more like that. It's like more like a cage that protects you. Right? It's
exactly.
like a hard.
Subhanallah. If we were to look at the hadith, which I believe everyone has heard it.
Right.
When the Sahaba came to the Prophet said, Ya Rasulullah, man bihusn sahabati. He said, the Prophet said, your mother.
Yeah.
He had wife. He had kids.
Right.
Father. They say, Ya Rasulullah, who's next? Your mother. All right. Ya Rasulullah, who's next? Expecting his dad. Who's next? Your mother. And then your dad.
Allah Akbar. So but this repetition of three.
A repetition of three.
Right?
So important. Because if you were to look, you're a dad and I'm a dad. We might say our wife not working.
Right.
Because they are mothers.
Right.
We might have off. We come back from work, we're so tired, we're sitting. But that mother who was in the house, she's been on her feet since morning until she's gone to bed. And not only that, once she's gone to bed, maybe she's breastfeeding, or she goes sleepless night just because of the kids.
And they don't even sleep properly sometimes.
They don't even sleep properly just because of the kids. Those are called sacrificing for your kids. Because if we were to, whenever we think of the word dhahaya or sacrificing, straight away mothers come into our mind.
Allah Akbar. Allah.
Because nobody can or will be able to sacrifice for you except your mother.
When sometimes I'm like, I don't understand how my wife can have so much patience with the kids. Like sometimes I just want to leave the house, I can't deal with it. And she's sitting there with them with so much patience. And it's like she doesn't get bored. And as you said, sometimes I wake up in the morning, Fajr, and I wake, to go wake up my wife for Salah, and I find her like somewhere in the side of the bed, the kids are like taking over the whole bed, and I'm in my bed, she didn't come, she was trying to put them to sleep, and she fell asleep there, right? I'm sleeping in the big bed, all by myself, and then I go to, I wake up, she's not there, I go to wake her up Fajr, and she's like, somewhere on the side, just like, barely, like, and the kids are taking over the bed.
Wallahi, the patience that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the mothers, they are different.
Yeah.
The patience that, or the pain they go through. Not only that, it's just the fact that while they delivering the baby, that 9 months, Allah said when they lay down their burden,
a burden.
It's a burden.
It's difficult.
That stuff from here.
But I think this is one of the things that my wife always says that increases the love is that pain and that struggle that you're going through, right?
Yes.
Allah Akbar.
I would say a special love for mother and their kids. Special love or special patience Allah has granted the mothers throughout all times.
Yes.
If we were to see what they do, cannot be compared to men. We are stronger than them.
Yes.
Strength. But sometimes you'll be like, you sit down, you're like, whatever my mother has done.
That was an amazing clip, mashallah. Beautiful stories that the brothers said there, and beautiful advice that they gave, mashallah. An absolutely beautiful program, a time to please Allah, and I hope that all of you really get the chance to watch it. If you've missed it on TV, it airs on Thursdays and it airs live. If you've missed it on TV, I would advise you to go to our YouTube page and watch it there, inshallah. Before we go, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to let you know that, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, there are a lot of people working here behind the scenes at Huda TV to bring you the best programming. It is very hard. It's not easy work. It is tireless work. Many of the people that work here, especially behind the scenes, spend a whole lot more time here at Huda TV than they spend at home with their families. So please include them in your dua. Make a whole lot of dua for them, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses them, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts barakah in the work that they do and makes them successful in the dunya and the akhirah, inshaAllah. We are thankful for you that you have joined us here this evening on Viewers Pulse. I'll be back with you in just a few hours, inshaAllah, on Huda Tonight. I hope to see you then, and I hope to see you again right here next week, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, at 7 p.m. Mecca time, live on Viewers Pulse. Until then, have a good night and a good week, inshaAllah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.